How bad you want to play? How hard will you work to improve your game? Improve your skill. Skill in the game of basketball is the divider. What you can and cannot do with the basketball shows your coach, tells your coach who stays and who goes. Coaches don't cut players. Players cut players. It's your right to try out for the team, but it's a privilege to play. A privilege a chosen few earn, a chance to represent their school in a game of basketball. And that's the simple fact. You must earn your place on the floor. You must earn your place on the team. If you want to play lead guard, power forward, swing forward, two guard, post up down the blocks, maybe in the paint, then you better have a game plan to make it happen. Because if you don't, good players will be in your face trying to take your place. And the best game plan I know to keep that from happening is practice. Practice keeps your name in the scorebook and off the cut list. First you learn technique, then you put your hard hat on and you go to work. You get involved in a numbers game, repetition. Repetition raises skill faster than any other thing in basketball. And guess what? When game day rolls around, those locker room doors open, and it's time to go to war, you'll be ready to dance. You'll be ready to dance. You'll be ready to show everybody in the gym that you can play. Yeah, you can play. And you're going to autograph your performance with skill. Because skill's the divider. Left hand dribble. Begin. What you can and cannot do with the basketball tells your coach who stays and who goes. Coaches don't cut players. Players cut players. Remember, you pass, you catch, you dribble, you shoot, you play defense, you rebound with your hands. What you do with your eyes, with your hands, and with your feet tells your coach whether or not you can play in a game of basketball. My brother Austin is going to do a series of ball handling drills that can help you become a better basketball player. He can show you how to become a better basketball player. Only you do the work through repetition takes you on the road to basketball success. Check it out. Wow. Everything you do in this game, you do with your hands. You shoot it, you pass it, you dribble it, you catch it, you rebound it, and you play defense, all with your hands. Your hands are your weapons in the game of basketball. The series of ball handling drills I'm going to show you right now can help you build ball handling success and confidence. You start the drills out slow, then the more you do them, the faster you can become. The first drill I'm going to show you is taking the ball around the waist. We're going to put the ball in the right hand. As I take the ball around the waist, you notice I'm not moving my body all around. I'm keeping the body still, and I take the ball with the right hand to the left. And the more I do it, the faster I become. When you do ball handling drills, I want to pick out numbers. I want to count how many times I can do this in 30 seconds. If I do it 35 times in 30 seconds, then all week long, I'm not going to do that 35. I'm going to add 10 to it. I want to do 45 times around the waist every single day. When I come back and time myself, after doing those 45 times, if I do it every day and I do it with intensity, I will get faster. And the minute I get to 36, there's my success in basketball. Now that motivates me to try to get to 37, then to 38, to 40, to 50, to 60, because your hands can become as fast as you want them to be. Two players that are going to be doing this with me, Todd and Nicole, both players who started at a young age doing ball handling, and through time, repetition, and work have become outstanding players through that repetition. A good high school player should be able to do taking the ball around the waist 55 times or more in 30 seconds. Remember, when I took the ball around the waist, I put the ball in the right hand. When you take the ball around the waist, most of the power and the strength comes from that right side. That's why I rest, I put it in the left hand, and I do it the opposite way. I want strength on the left side of the body as well as the right side of the body. The next drill, I go to around the legs. I got the ball in the left hand, I'm taking it around the legs, slowly, and the more I do it, the faster I become. Then I go to the double leg, single leg. I got the ball in the left hand, I take it around the left leg, then two legs. Right leg, then two legs. In this drill, a good high school player should be able to do it, 60 or above. The third drill is around the head. I put the ball in the right hand, and I take the ball around the head. The ball is not up here with two hands. I take it slowly, I let go of the ball. This drill will build upper body strength with the basketball. The more I do it, the faster I can become. As I do this drill for 30 seconds, I increase strength. I don't build the muscles up real big. I train the muscles to where they never get tired. The more you do drills, the stronger your hands, your arms, your shoulders, your whole body becomes. The fourth drill, you see me take the ball around the head, the waist, and the legs. Now we put all three together. We start with the ball in the right or left hand. It doesn't matter because there's two ways to do it. I'm going to start with the ball in the right hand. I take it around the head, down to the waist, around the legs, back to the waist, up around the head. Every time it hits my left hand is one. And the more I do it, the faster I become. The fifth drill is the figure eight. A lot of players have problem with this drill simply because instead of getting down into the drill, they want to bend at the waist. You notice my feet are apart. I'm in a good stance. Hey, but I'm sitting down. I take the ball through the front of the legs, right and left hand. I do that for 30 seconds. I'll rest. Then I come right back, put the ball back, and take it behind the legs. You notice, hey, when I stay down, I build strength in the hands, in the arms, the shoulders, but I also build strength in the stomach and in the legs. Hey, if you stay down here just for 1 minute by yourself, no ball, you're going to build strength. It trains the body to stay down into that position. The more you can do this, the stronger player you become. The sixth drill is called the blur. Now, young players, the start of this drill, put the ball on your knees, starting out. Put the right hand in the front, left hand in the back. Now, I reverse the hands. Left comes to the front, right to the back. I'm just going to pat the ball, just to get the rhythm and timing of the drill. Now I take it off. You notice my legs do not go real far apart. I'm going to keep them in close. Now I flip the ball up slightly, catch the ball. And when I start to get fast with this drill, I want to think quick, practice quick, to become quick. And the more I do it, the more I do it with intensity, the better I become. The seventh drill is called the straddle flip. Very similar to the blur. We start out, young players putting the ball on the knees, two hands in the front, pat the ball, two hands in the back. Take it off. The legs, once again, do not go real far apart. I keep them in close. Just learn to catch the ball. And the more I do it, the faster I become. The eighth drill is called rhythm. This is a tremendous drill for learning to pick the ball up off that one bounce. Whether to pass it, whether to go into a shot quickly. Hey, a lot of us are not going to have that talent to jump over people. We're going to have to be able to pick it up and go quickly into our shot, quickly make that pass to where we want it to go. This drill starts with the ball in the left hand. Now listen to the drill, and this is why it's called rhythm. As we slow it down. Ball's in the left hand, I take it behind the legs. Right hand's in the front, left is in the back. I drop the ball. Left hand comes to the front, right to the back. I bring it from behind the legs all the way around. Drop it. A good high school player should be able to do that 33 times in 30 seconds. Set your goal, and then try to better it. After you learn how to do it, then simply get after it. Next, we're going to do some dribbling drills. Remember to start out slow and gradually to add speed. We're going to do a figure eight with one bounce, taking the ball right hand to the left. Just learn to control the ball. Then I take it behind the legs. Now I want to make it a little bit tougher. I want to learn to control the ball with just the one hand. So I'm going to use two bounces. Now let me slow it down. The first bounce is going to go right off the right foot. You notice when I put that dribble down, my hand doesn't stay straight out. I cup the hand to be able to bring it through the legs. 1, 2, 1, 2. I start out catching that ball with two hands. Then as I get better, more feel for the ball, then I go to 1. Same thing with the left. I slow it down, start out with 2 hands, then go to 1. Then I go to 1 bounce. A little bit tougher. All I'm doing with 2 hands on the ball, I take the ball behind the legs and bring it on through. Catch the ball with 2 hands. As I get better, then I go to 1. Same with the left. My left hand is weaker than my right. I want to spend more time with my left. I want that left hand to become as good as, if not better than my right. And the only way it's going to happen is by practice and repetition. In working out with a teammate, we can do these drills together in rhythm. Two hands. 1 hand. Next, we go to a figure 8 speed dribble. With this drill, we gain coordination in the fingers, the hands, strength with the fingers and the hands. We warm up by starting with the ball in the right hand and just take the ball as low as I can get it around the right leg. I might do this 10 or 15 times. Then I do it with the left. Then I slow it down. I start going to figure 8 around the legs. Keep it low. Learn to pat that ball. As I become better, now I learn to keep the head up. Feel the ball. See the floor. The next drill is called the machine gun. This is one of my favorite drills because, as a small player, the faster I made my hands, the better defensive player I became. When I start this drill, I start with a high bounce. You notice my hands are not going from side to side, but they're straight up and down. And the more I do it, the ball will get lower and my hands will get faster. The spider drill is another drill that can truly make your hands quicker and faster, not only for the offensive end of the floor, but for the defensive end of the floor. I start out with 2 bounces in the front and 2 in the back. 1, 2, 1, 2. Left, right, left, right. And the more I do it, the faster I'll become. As you start to become a better player and your hands start to become faster, you're going to look for a greater challenge. I use 2 balls, not for a show or for tricks, but to work my left hand and my right hand at the same time. Take a look. Another great drill to increase passing as well as stay down leg strength is called the 2-ball shootout. Now we get back to the figure 8 stance and we run the figure 8 drill. Ball's in the right hand, we're through the legs, and we make the pass. Again, we're down. 30 seconds, 40 seconds, whatever the coach says, receive and get rid of the basketball. This is a great drill to increase stay down strength, also for defense. Triple threat. Another thing coaches constantly try to improve in players is quickness. Now I'm going to show you a couple drills that without doubt, will increase quickness in players, but the drills must be run with correct technique and they must be run with great intensity. Take a look. The X out. As far as I'm concerned, this is the #1 quickness drill in basketball with the ball. A player starts at the corner of the foul line and goes hard to the basket. Practice keeps your name in the scorebook and off the cut list. First you learn technique, then you put your hard hat on and you go to work. You get involved in a numbers game, repetition. Repetition raises skill faster than any other thing in basketball. Players should spend a few reps each day dribbling, stopping, and turning with the basketball for transition. Players should learn to use a jump rope for foot quickness, timing, and agility. Continuous jumping for 1 minute. Learn to dance. can't catch the basketball, you can't play. Best drill I know in basketball to improve your hands is a two-hand power chest pass. But you got to get after it. From a two-hand power chest pass, you can go upstairs to the overhead outlet pass. Defense is determination, quickness, and reaction to the basketball. Without intensity, there is no defense. Work at it. React to the ball, right hand, left hand. Get after it, get after it. You can use a two-man pop to increase your foot quickness. But once again, you got to work with intensity. Set to 30 seconds and get after it. Come on, Austin, make it happen. You can work out with a teammate using two balls to further increase your hand and eye coordination. Start out slow, then get after it. Good hands. Left hand. Upstairs, downstairs. Right hand, left hand. Upstairs. Down and back. You can use a three-man triangle to improve touch passing. Receive it, spin it. Bounce pass. Quick. From a 3-player triangle, you can go to 2-player high-tech passing. I have another video that covers shooting a basketball in detail. The title, The Road to Shooting Success. What I want to give you right now is a quick shot. 4 steps: balance, eyes, elbow, follow through. The 4 steps that can make you a better shooter. As I travel throughout the United States doing clinics for Pony and Baden, I constantly say to players, if you don't know where you're going, any road you take will get you there. All during my career, I never stuck a needle in my arm. I pop no pills, smoke no grass. I don't use cigarettes, and I don't drink alcohol. Not because I'm some saint, but I was told by my coaches when I was young. I was told by my mother and father as I got a little bit older, and I know today as I relate to my children, as I relate to every basketball player that I come in contact with. Dependency on drugs, liquor, alcohol, etc., they can kill you, and they also knock you off the road to success. Now I'm looking directly into this camera. I never use drugs, and you can book it. I never will. Because you see, I'm on the road to success like a lot of young players are today. You're on the road to success, and you better recognize it. The road to basketball success is always under construction. So when you put your hard hat on, and you go out in that backyard, that schoolyard, that gym, and you're ready to dance in the big time, and you're ready to say that you're a basketball player, you can't get sidetracked. You can't make dumb decisions. Skill in the game of basketball is the divider. What you can and cannot do with the basketball shows your coach, tells your coach who stays and who goes. Coaches don't cut players. Players cut players. It's your right to try out for the team, but it's a privilege to play. A privilege a chosen few earn, a chance to represent their school in the game of basketball. And that's the simple fact. You must earn your place on the floor. You must earn your place on the team. If you want to play the lead guard, power forward, swing forward, 2 guard, post up down the blocks, maybe in the paint, then you better have a game plan to make it happen. Because if you don't, good players will be in your face trying to take your place. And the best game plan I know to keep that from happening is practice. Practice keeps your name in the scorebook and off the cut list. First you learn technique, then you put your hard hat on and you go to work. You get involved in a numbers game, repetition. Repetition raises skill faster than any other thing in basketball. And guess what? When game day rolls around, those locker room doors open, and it's time to go to war, you'll be ready to dance. You'll be ready to dance. You'll be ready to show everybody in the gym that you can play. Yeah, you can play. And you're going to autograph your performance with skill. Because skill's the divider. We've shown you some drills that can help get you started. It's up to you now. It's your ball out of bounds. Good luck. Let's dance. Switch. Switch.
From the youngest basketball player right up through the pros, there's a right way and a wrong way to play the game. Whether you are player or coach, if you're serious about the way the game is played, then this tape is for you. This video training camp is taught by Morgan Wooten, the undisputed leading coach in high school basketball anywhere. Wooten's career record of more than 800 victories and numerous national high school championships puts this coach in a class by himself. In 20 short, concise tips to improve your offensive techniques, Morgan Wooten will show how to train harder and more effectively off-season, how to help teammates help one another when they don't have the ball, how to move the ball down the court more efficiently. Also on the tape, you'll see the basics to better shooting, tips for guards, centers, and forwards, and ball handling drills that'll help player and ball work together as one. Morgan Wooten believes in playing basketball in just one way, the correct way. In doing so, you'll also learn much about developing the personal goals of both athlete and coach. For the next hour, enjoy the teaching skills of one of the finest coaches in any sport, Morgan Wooten.
The ability to put the ball on the floor and go to the basket does not just happen. To make the great pass or be able to get open in the big ball game, it requires hours and hours of practice to make the ball truly part of your hand. Once you have gained that confidence, then no matter what the game, what the situation, the quickness of your hands, the confidence with the basketball will help make you the total player. Will enable you in the big game to make the key pass that will lead to a big bucket. Will enable you in front of huge crowds in tough situations, make passes, and help your teammates score when it really counts. It all starts with fundamentals. Here we have what we call the corkscrew, and this is passing the ball rapidly around our body for hand-eye coordination. The football hike is a very good one for quick hands. Here we have the two-ball dribble, which helps us gain confidence and concentration as we work with two basketballs. We work it into rhythm because basketball is definitely a rhythm sport. You see this in the butterfly, which is the development of very quick hands and yet great control and confidence of the basketball. Spinning helps to build confidence. Any spinning routine a player can work out is terrific, as he can work it off his hand, spin it on his finger, as you saw, bounce it off his head. The concentration, the hand-eye coordination, and the confidence with the basketball helps him to become an expert with the ball. When you become more advanced, you even worked up to the two-ball routine. Here we have the side catch. Quickness of hands, hand-eye coordination, essential to a good ball handler. Here we have the impossible catch, in which we must react to the basketball as we lose sight of it and still catch it. Again, we're losing sight of the ball here, but we're learning to move our feet and our hands quickly. We even clap our hands as we catch the ball. This helps to develop our quickness, but most of all, our confidence with the basketball. And hours of this type of practice will help a young man or a young girl become very confident when they are with the basketball and in a game. Here we can pick the ball right off the floor as it is spinning. And this is an example how hours of devotion and hard work can truly make the ball part of your hand. The game of basketball, everyone loves to score points. And to be a consistent scorer, you have to be fundamentally sound. And that means learning to make the basic shot of basketball the correct way. And that is the layup. The layup is one of the most missed shots in basketball, simply because young players on the way up do not learn the proper way to shoot a layup. First, we'll look at a layup from the right-hand side of the basket, in which they will dribble in and make the layup, and yet it is the incorrect way. Both those layups were wrong for the following reason. What we have to remember is this, is the basketball, if it is pinned on the board and any part of the ball is beneath the basket, that is not goaltending. And here we saw a real good pin in which there was no goaltending involved, and a player lost a wonderful opportunity to score. It's extremely important that when you drive to the basket that your head is up, and from the right side you've got to plant your inside foot, the left foot, and your whole right side goes up. We put the ball nice and high on the board. We're able to extend our right hand all the way, and our head looks the shot into the basket. When you plant your inside foot that you high jump, you do not broad jump. Because if you're broad jumping, it will almost carry you out of bounds. You may charge on the shot. You may take yourself out of the play, and there's too much body movement. So rather than broad jump by going forward, watch the way when they plant their foot that they are high jumping. One of the favorite areas for a player to drive from and attempt to score a layup is driving down the baseline. However, many times when players drive the baseline, they're not sure where they're going to shoot the ball. They don't know if they're going to aim over the near rim or whether they're going to use the backboard. And as a result, many times they will shoot the ball over the brace and miss the shot completely. The target for most players is going to be to shoot the ball over the near rim, and they will look the ball in as they drive hard down the baseline. Whether or not a player will use his right or left hand really will be determined by the position of the defensive player. But the most important thing on any layup, and particularly the baseline driving layup, is he must know in advance if he's going to use the backboard or if he's going to go over the near rim. To be a good scorer, you've got to learn to be a good shooter. And the key to being a good shooter is being able to practice shooting the correct way. The key word for a player to think about in becoming a shooter is the word beef. B-E-E-F. B is for probably the most important thing in basketball, balance, in which the feet are about as wide as the shoulders. For a right-hander, his right foot is slightly in front. His weight is down and his head is up. This is a good basketball position. So B is for balance. Secondly, E. E is for the elbow. The elbow is very important in shooting because it is going to lift the basketball into the shooting position. E, the letter E, is for the elbow. The elbow holds the forearm and the hand directly under the ball. The elbow will be used in lifting the ball into a shooting position. And again, in order to get good leverage on the basketball, the elbow should be in, not out. Many times, a player will let his elbow get so far out, he will lose all power and be unable to shoot the basketball. And now E again for eyes. Your eyes must be on the target. Look at the way his eyes are fixed on the target. And the target is over the near rim. F is for follow through. When a player shoots the ball, they must follow through and their hand falls over like it is reaching for a peach. Now we merely take it a step further, and then we can start to work on everyone's favorite shot, the jump shot. We just take the same philosophy of beef, and we jump up and shoot the baby jump shot. A player will not always be able to get a jump shot when he's standing still. So he must be able to drive to his right and shoot his jump shot. He must be able to drive to his left and shoot a jump shot. So in driving to his right, he must plant his inside foot, in this case his left foot, so he can turn and square his shoulders to the basket. Driving right and stopping on his front foot, he cannot get square to the basket. Many times in a ball game, the defender will push him to his left. So he has to learn to shoot it going to the left-hand side of the court. Again, the key is he must plant his inside foot, and that way his shoulders will be square to the bucket. So as he drives left, by planting that right foot in this case, it will square his shoulders to the basket, and again he will have the good balance he needs to be a consistent scorer from the outside. In shooting a basketball, you need to have it above your head so you do not block your eyes with a basketball. Your feet have to be, again, very comfortable. The offhand is merely resting on the side of the ball. And as you shoot the basketball, you want to push your fingers through it with excellent backspin, but you take your left hand out of the shot before you release the ball. Extremely important when you shoot the basketball that as your elbow extends and you push your fingers through the ball with good backspin, that as the ball leaves your hand, you follow through like you're reaching for a peach in a basket. It is important that the feet be about as wide as your shoulders, that you're nice and comfortable. For a right-hander, he likes his right foot slightly in front. Our weight must be down, and it is extremely important that the back be reasonably straight. And as we shoot the ball, we're going to use our legs to supply the power. And here again, he is aiming for a spot on the backboard because he's at what we call the perfect 45-degree angle. The shots that are missed will be easy to rebound because they're going up there with real good backspin on them. And yet, if we shoot every shot the same way, we'll find out that our field goal percentage will really pick up. Now we're going to shoot the ball over the front rim. We can't use the backboard because we are no longer at that 45-degree angle. All the mechanics of the shot will be the same. But this time, we are going to aim directly over the rim that is nearest us. We can call that over the front rim. All right, over the front rim. Real good backspin. Over the front rim. It's very important that a player learn to catch the ball and shoot it without a dribble. But by the same token, when they start to crowd him, then he's got to learn to drive to his jump shot. Here you see a couple of strong dribbles taking Bobby D to his jump shot. One of the questions I'm asked most often by basketball fans is, how can I improve my shooting? My answer is always the same. When you practice your shooting, it's got to be just like you were in a basketball game itself. You've got to make it game-like practice conditions. One of the best drills I know for that is the rapid-fire shooting drill. We ask our players to work on this every day. They can go out by themselves, and they're going to practice shooting at a game speed. They throw themselves passes. They'll run to the ball, they'll square up, they'll hit the jump shot. They follow every single shot they take. When they make a shot, they will throw it back out, square up, use individual moves to get open. It is really like a game. You're practicing hard, and it's also a great physical conditioner. He can also use a move. He throws himself a pass, he'll pick up, square up, and use a move to get open. But this is good game shooting. He's operating at a game speed, which is realistic, exactly the way it will be in a ball game. Another fun shooting drill which the players really enjoy is a game called Beat the Pro. We ask the player to select the pro that he would like to play against, and he's going to play him a game that will go to 15 points. The player will shoot 2 outside shots, one from either elbow, and then a foul shot. For every shot he makes, he gets 1 point. For every shot he misses, the pro gets 2 points. The first one to reach 15 is the winner. Let's take a look now at Beat the Pro. Tracy, what pro are you going to play against?
Larry Bird.
Good luck, you're going to need it. Let's go. 1-0. Tracy. 2-1, Bird. 2-2. 4-2, Larry Bird. 12-11, Bird. 12 up. Bird leads 14-12. Bird wins. Another very popular shooting drill that really assimilates game conditions a lot is a Harvard step shooting drill. It doesn't matter how many players play in this game. You can play anywhere from 2 to 20 players. The name of the game is you're going to shoot a short outside shot, everyone shooting the same shot, and if you make it, you throw it back immediately to the next shooter. The idea is you don't want anyone scoring before you score. If you miss the long shot, you must make a layup before someone knocks in a long shot behind you. If someone scores before you do, then you're out of the game, and the line starts to get shorter and shorter. The winner is the one who makes the most shots. One of the key shots that will decide any basketball game is the foul shot. And you know, the foul shot's the only thing in basketball that is free. So it's something that the players really have to practice a great deal. Any tight ball game is generally decided at the foul line. We're all creatures of habit. In the morning we get up, the first thing we might do is brush our teeth. We open the front door, we might pick up the newspaper. Well, at the foul line, we want it to be the same way. When our players come to the foul line, we ask them to have a set routine, and they do the same thing every time. I'm going to ask Greg to come out here to the foul line. And the big thing to remember, it's not a 15-foot shot, which most people think, even though it is 15 feet from the backboard to the foul line. By the time most players release the ball's about 1.5 feet to 2 feet in front of them. That reduces the shot almost down to 13 feet. The front of the rim is almost 2 feet from the backboard. We're moving close to a shot between 10 and 11 feet. Now, let's look at Greg's routine. First of all, he'll find the little nail hole that's been used to make the circle, so his foot will be directly in front of the rim. The start is everything, and it's a forward weight shot. His routine is he likes 3 dribbles. Let's take those 3 dribbles. Now he's ready to go. He is set. He takes a deep breath. He's going to say relax, and then he will shoot it. Again, the same routine every time. Go ahead, Greg. Each player will find the routine that he likes best. But again, it's constant repetition. This is the one shot where we don't have to worry about a defender. We don't have to worry about anything in the world. We block out everything. We don't hear a sound. We don't know the score. It's 3 dribbles, deep breath, relax, and over the front rim. The biggest mistake that can be made by a player at the foul line is that he doesn't follow the same routine every time. I've seen situations where players will come out and they may have 2 shots to shoot. The first time they may dribble the ball twice and they shoot and maybe they miss. So in their second shot, they step up, they may spin the ball, dribble it 4 times, hesitate, and shoot again. You see them using a different routine every time they shoot a foul shot, and that should never be. Every foul shot they shoot should be exactly the same way. They should follow the same routine. A good player always has to be an instant offensive threat anytime he catches the basketball. Many times a player will break out, he'll catch the ball, he'll throw it right back to the man that passed it to him, or he'll put the ball over his head. He just isn't an offensive threat. So if you're going to be a good basketball player, every time you catch the basketball, you must be in a position to shoot it. You've got to be looking at the basket. You've got to be a real offensive threat. One of the best ways to get open is with a shot fake. When you want to really get the defense excited and maybe off balance, take the ball, look at the basket, ready to shoot it, and you'll get them leaning one way or the other. Here you see a player breaking out. Rod catches the ball, good shot fake, one hard dribble to his right for the baby jump shot. By faking the shot, he'll freeze the defender and be able to go one hard dribble to his shot. After a good shot fake and a hard dribble right, the defense will start to overplay you. Now, you have the good shot fake again, one dribble left. You've got the same thing going the other way. After good shot fakes have gotten you open for jump shots going either right or left, the defender will start to adjust. Now the reverse dribble is an excellent way to get open. A good shot fake and then one hard dribble followed by a reverse dribble to get you open for the jump shot. Any good basketball player has to have the ability to go in either direction. Now we see how the reverse dribble back to the right will get us open for our baby jump shot. When a player is on the move and driving at the basket, and a good defender is doing a good job on him, he's got to have ways to get open when he's actually dribbling the basketball. That's why we work a lot on what we call moves on the move. A move that is very effective when you're driving.